Miss Harris? Hey, Miss Harris, my name is Tianagreen. I'm your social worker today. How are you?
How you doing, Ms. Carol?
I'm doing good. That's good to hear that you're doing good. If you could just follow behind me, we're going to go in my office, okay? Did you have any trouble getting here? Just sit right there.
It was okay, a little difficult time with the GPS and finding the building and getting up here to where this building was. I had a hard time just a little bit, but it's okay. I got here.
I'm glad you're here, Miss Harris. Before we start today, I would have to go over my limitations of confidentiality with my client. That explains that everything we discussed today will be confidential. If you happen to say something that will self-harm yourself, I will have to report it. But for further more details, I will get you to read over this confidentiality sheet right here, and I'm going to get you to sign the bottom of it for me, please. And here's a pen for you. Miss Harris, are you in college or anything? You have a job?
Yes, Ms. Green. I'm in school. I attend Winston-Salem State University as an elementary education major. I work part-time at Walmart as a cashier. On the weekends, I do a little produce, just to make a little extra money.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it that's going on with me, school-wise and life-wise.
Do you like Winston-Salem State?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Ready to graduate, get out of there, start my life, my career.
That's good. Okay, Ms. Harris, well, today the purpose for this interview is for me to gather more information about you and to ask why did you come to visit our agency today. So with that being said, Ms. Harris, what brings you to our agency?
So I decided to come because I am currently struggling with my drinking addiction. I attend AA meetings pretty regularly. I just don't feel like my AA is actually working. I still feel like I drink the same. So I needed somewhere else to go, maybe somebody else to talk to.
Ms. Harris, if you don't mind me asking, what age did you start drinking?
I began drinking at 16. It was very social, just me and my friends drinking and partying, during social events. Not really occasionally, just every blue moon.
At special events, parties,
Yeah.
homecomings and stuff.
Yeah. When I began college, it was a lot of stress. I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was. Family stuff started going on. I felt like everything was just crumbling. So I leaned on drinking as like my go-to to like pick me up when I'm down, keep my mind off of things, settle me a little bit.
Okay. Well, how did this drinking problem affect your schoolwork and college? You said it messed you up. You started stressing.
I would say I was stressing before I started drinking. Stressing brought me to drinking, but as I was drinking, it affected my schoolwork because sometimes it kept me from getting it done. I wasn't able to focus. Can't really focus on your homework when you're drunk, So it kind of got me behind. I wasn't focused on doing my work. I wasn't trying to get it done. I was just trying to get the next buzz.
Okay. Ms. Harris, when did you start going to the AA?
I started AA about 6 months ago. I haven't been there that long. I just don't feel any improvement with AA. Like I go every week, it's been 6 months, and I'm still drinking. I just don't feel like I have enough support there. Maybe if they helped you more, like when you went home and when you were away, when you need somebody, not just, you feel me, every few days at a meeting. You need home support, and we don't get that.
Okay. Well, other than having the members of AA supporting you, do you have any, do your family or friends, have you told your family and friends that you have a drinking?
I mean, alcohol, like, you don't have to tell somebody that, well, if they haven't seen you. I mean, no, if they haven't seen me, I didn't tell them. But if they have seen me and seen when I was drunk or blacked out, then they would know. And they're the ones that push me to go to AA, go to vocational therapy and things like that. So they kind of, after a certain amount of time, they kind of give up and you lose support. So I've been drinking since, well, heavy drinking since I was about 18. I've been doing AA for 6 months, so I've lost a little support with my family, hope in me becoming sober. So.
Okay. Well, what do you plan on doing to show your family that you're trying to work on your drinking problem?
Getting some chips in AA, I guess, so they know that I'm sober and somebody else sees it. Somebody else notice that I'm sober, so I got this chip. I can show y'all, look, I'm really doing this. And I feel like once I do become sober, it's going to show in my work ethic as well, my dedication to doing things, getting things done. Because drinking kind of lags you, but you feel like you need it to bring yourself up. So maybe once I stop drinking and using it as a crutch, I'll be able to grow, and everybody around me will be able to see the growth.
Okay. Ms. Harris, what was your daily routine? Since you said you started drinking at a young age, in high school, of course, did you ever did you feel like you needed the alcohol before school or after?
No. In high school, it was very social. I didn't start drinking to ease my stress or pain until I got to college, until I left home. And I felt like I didn't have anybody. I didn't have people that were there for me. So I used alcohol as a crutch.
Okay. Ms. Harris, what are your strengths?
My strengths, communication. I'm good at talking to people, anybody. Dedication, ambition. I'm dedicated to my things, ambitious to the things that I like to do, because I like to get it done. When I put my mind to it, I get it done and I accomplish those things, and I continue to do it and make it better. So those are a few of them I could come up with off the top of my head.
That's good. Ms. Harris, I can only imagine what you've been going through. Are there any other problems that you're having in your life other than just alcohol?
Alcohol, not really, other than stress, which leads me to alcohol. Sometimes when you become too stressed, you can tend to become depressed, and then that's where the alcohol, plays its part. So I would assume other than the alcohol addiction, it would be depression. So those would be the things.
So when you was drinking the alcohol, you felt depression?
No, the alcohol was used to cope with the depression.
Okay, so for your depression, did you feel to go speak with a psychiatrist maybe, or go see a counselor about it instead of doing the alcohol? Before you started drinking alcohol, did you think about a psychiatrist or anyone?
No, I did not.
Okay, and you just felt alcohol was the best way to, it kept you in a...
Yes.
Okay.
My family isn't really big on therapists. They said only crazy people go to the therapist. So I didn't want to go because I didn't want to feel like I was crazy, and I needed some person to help me until it got this bad.
Okay. Is there anyone in your family that has experienced the alcohol problem?
Not that I know of. I've heard a couple of family members used to be alcoholics, but they changed themselves and got with the Lord and stuff. but I'm not really sure. Not mutual, if you want to say, people that I know and close to.
Miss Harris, do you go to church?
Sometimes. Not really that often. Sometimes I just don't feel like getting up.
Okay.
Sometimes I have a hangover from the weekend and I'm not able to get up and go to church.
Okay. What are things that you do for fun to keep your mind off the alcohol?
I spend time with my friends. Sometimes when I'm at work, it keeps my head off of drinking, I guess. But it might stress me out and make me want to drink. So, I like to draw and dance and watch movies and things of that nature.
Okay. Miss Harris. Miss Harris, I'm glad you came to our agency today. You took a big step by coming over here. I'm glad I was able to talk to you today and got to know your situation. Thank you for coming to see me. I enjoyed our conversation a lot. I would like to see you again, Miss Harris. It was really nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too, Mr. Green.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next